If you clicked this short video, that means that you wanted to create an online business. And if you're looking for the best business model to start as a beginner, just keep watching. My name's Jing. In this video, I'm going over the specifics of all e-commerce business models I have experience with, so that you can have an overview of the pros and cons and choose the e-commerce business that's right for you. For everything I'm about to show you guys here today, I just want you to know that I'm speaking from my own experience. I started making money online since 2018. I'm the founder of multiple e-commerce brands which did over 8 figures in revenue. I also did over 7 figures in revenue with Amazon FBA. So all the information and examples I'm sharing with you today are learnings from my past experiences. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to know about e-commerce is that the opportunities are vast. A lot of people think that e-commerce is like oversaturated and it'd be impossible for them to start a successful business. But the truth is, yes, it's harder to start e-commerce business today than it was maybe 5-10 years ago, but there's still so much more opportunities available. So I just want to make this point clear because I think a lot of people are on the edge of starting an e-commerce business, but they just never follow through because they lack the belief that it's gonna work for them. The truth is that you can make any type of e-commerce business work if you just take the time to evaluate the business model on a fundamental level before you start. This way you know what to expect and if you're equipped with it. And 2 is once you decide which way you go, just keep showing up. That's it. Just like anything in life, e-commerce is a numbers game. So if you try out different products and marketing angles, eventually you're gonna crack the code. Number 3 is that if you can learn from the proven frameworks and strategies that worked for other people, instead of reinventing the wheel. I believe success leaves clues, and using the strategies that are already working is the fast lane to success. So these are the 7 metrics I'd like to look at when evaluating any e-commerce businesses. Number 1 is unitary revenue. How much money do you get from selling per unit? Number 2 is profit margin. How much that is left in your pocket after product ad cost? Number 3, startup capital. How much capital you need to start? Number 4, demand. Is there a demand for the product in the market? Number 5, fulfillment. Is it easy or hard to fulfill your product? Number 6, type of purchase. Is it a one-off deal or a recurring subscription? Number 7, business exit revenue. How much can you exit the business for? Based on these 7 metrics, let's look at the below 5 different types of e-commerce businesses. Amazon FBA, dropshipping, private labeling, affiliate marketing, digital and info products. Number 1, Amazon FBA. Unitary revenue is anywhere between $25 to $300. In my personal experience, any price level that falls outside of this range is less likely to work, simply because you need to have enough money to run your PPC campaigns, to rank your products, and you want to protect yourself from a relatively high return rate on Amazon. Profit margin, anywhere between 5% to 40%, as Amazon gets a commission from you as well as charging you fulfillment fees. So most categories have a commission rate between 6% and 15%, with some categories reaching up to even as high as 45%. Depending on the product and your price point, the money left in your pocket can be quite thin. Startup capital, at least $1,000 to $5,000 to invest in inventory as well as PPC ads. The demand is high. 85% of people in the US have an Amazon Prime account, and this platform is ranked as one of the most trusted shopping platforms by consumers due to its easy return and fast shipping. Fulfillment, it's easy. If you choose FBA, this means fulfilled by Amazon. Then it's directly handled by Amazon Fulfillment and you get your hands off your fulfillment. However, you also get less control and more disconnected from your customers, as there is very limited communication between Amazon and your customers compared to, let's say, if you own your own Shopify store. And so the return rate is usually 2 to 3 times higher than the return rate of your own Shopify store. Type of purchase is usually one-off. Business exit value is 3 to 5 times of the annual profit. This is on the high side, as it takes a lot of investment and time to rank your product on the first page and get Amazon algorithm to acknowledge your product. Plus, you get hands-off on the fulfillment, so usually a good brand on Amazon can exit quite well. Number 2, dropshipping. The unitary value is anywhere between $15 and can go as high as $1,000. The higher price point, the higher your ad budget is easier for you to make money. Profit margin is anywhere between 10 to 60%, depending on your product cost and price point. Startup capital, anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000. You don't need to invest in product inventory, however, it requires significant ad spend to find winning products. For each winning product, we found on average about 20 field product tests. So you need to be patient, understand it's a numbers game, and detach from the product. Move on to the next one if it doesn't work. Demand is low. Competition in dropshipping space is quite high. Fulfillment, it's the easiest part of the entire process. Loads of Chinese factories or supply chain partners can provide dropshipping service, and there are many softwares out there that you can easily connect with your Shopify store and start dropship right away. The type of purchase is one-off mostly. Depending on the product, it could be recurring subscription. However, most dropshipping stores are, in my opinion, short-lived, so the situation is rare in this case. Business exit value, typically it's 1.5 to 3% of the annual profit. The type of business is very easy to copy and scale by other sellers, and you don't really have any trademark or patent to protect your winning products, so business exit value is rather low. Number 3 is private labeling. The unitary revenue is similar to dropshipping. This business model allows you to create your own brand and sell products under your brand name. You can design your product logo, packaging, and insert card and make it a more personalized shopping experience for your customers. You can also go one step further and apply your patent and trademark to protect your brand. Profit margin is anywhere between 30 to 60%. It's better than dropshipping and an Amazon FBA simply because you have higher control over the presentation, the branding, and the supply chain of your own product. I'd say startup capital is higher, anywhere between 5 to 15,000. The difference here is that usually you will need a bigger startup capital because lots of manufacturers who allow private labeling will have a higher MOQ, which is minimum order quantity. So you will need more money to invest in inventory as well as IP registrations. Demand is high. First of all, I think it needs to be something that you truly believe in. Second, your product needs to be a paracetamol, not supplements. What I mean by this is that your product needs to solve a problem for your avatar and falls in the must-have category rather than something that's nice to have. It needs to have a clear pain point that many people are trying to avoid. I believe as soon as you find the avatar of your brand, you can create demand for your customers. Let's take Apple, for example. Before iPhone was introduced in 2007, the smartphone market was dominated by companies like BlackBerry and Nokia, which primarily focused on business users. The concept of a touchscreen phone with a focus on apps and multimedia was relatively unexplored. Apple introduced iPhone not just as a phone, but also as a revolutionary device that combined a phone, an iPod, and an internet communicator. So Apple didn't just meet existing demand, they actually created a new one. So really a lot of times your avatar doesn't know what they need until you introduce it to them. Fulfillment is almost as easy as dropshipping. If you add your branding elements, which is packaging, insert, etc., just make sure to have a reliable supply chain partner that can smoothly take care of it for you. Type of purchase. It's one-off or recurring subscriptions, depending on the product. Business exit value is usually 3 to 6 times of the annual profit, simply because buyers also value unique products and established brand equity. Number 4 is affiliate marketing. The unitary revenue is anywhere between $50 to $250 on average. The profit margin is between 10 to 40%. Mostly ad cost. Startup capital is also between 1 to 5,000. Demand varies by product. Some of the more popular niches are pets, travel, health, and wellness. Fulfillment is extremely easy because it's handled by the product owner, not you. So you're basically the middleman that gets the commission by making the sale. Type of purchase, usually it's one-off. Business exit value is 2 to 3 times of the annual profit. It has a relatively low overhead and is dependent on traffic and SEO. Number 5 is digital info products. Basically online courses, webinars, ebooks, newsletters, etc. Well, I personally haven't had success on this one, so take my advice with caution. Unitary revenue with this is anywhere between $50 to $2,000. The profit margin can be 20 to 60% depending on the type of your digital product. Startup capital is also somewhere around $1,000 to $5,000. It will be used for running ads, softwares, etc. Demand varies by product. Fulfillment, people would argue that fulfillment is easy. In my opinion, it's extremely hard. You make the product. You are the one recording online courses, organizing webinars, writing, and sending newsletters. And you're also the one that promotes yourself organically on social media or in paid ads for people to sign up. Simply put, you're 100% responsible for your product and your product delivery. So you need to really continuously give value until people trust you to buy your info product. The entire process takes at least 6 months, and this is a lot of time to invest without knowing if your product is going to sell. Well, I think you should try this if you're an expert in a certain field and other people take your advice as an authority. Otherwise, I think it makes more sense that digital products come later as a contribution to help others when you learn enough and have value to give. Type of purchase is one-off or recurring subscription. Business exit value is anywhere between 2 to 4 times of your annual profit. If you believe in it and do it right, digital products can have high margins and high scalability, which gives them a high exit value. Alright guys, this is my take on the different e-commerce business models based on my experience. Since I started this YouTube channel, I realized how much effort my team and I put into producing one single video. So if you like my content, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I will be uploading new videos every week on e-commerce business strategies, personal growth, and winner mindset. If you have any questions or would like to know more about specific content, drop me comments below. I will make sure to cover them in my future videos. Cheers!